What's up, everyone? It's Monday, September 9th, and we are live at 5 here at Broadway.com. I'm Paul Wontorek.
And I'm Beth Stevens.
And we're joined by Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Just one jazz hand today.
And today was a very exciting day because we have launched a very exciting contest, and Paige Davis,
Yay!
one of our favorite Roxie
Yes.
Hearts, is here to tell everyone about it and to get them excited about submitting, because we're actually... Chicago the Musical is looking for the next Roxie Hart. Like
It could be you.
It could be you.
It could be you.
It could be you. So we're going to hear all about it, but first, today's top 5.
UK audiences will have a very lovely day at the theater.
Rodeo Drive, baby.
In London.
It's going to London. That's right. Pretty Woman the Musical is heading to the West End. It will open on Valentine's Day. Isn't that sweet? 2020 at the Piccadilly Theater.
Starts previews.
Starts preview, sorry.
Same difference, whatever.
Same difference, whatever. Like I said, this musical just closed on Broadway after a successful year. And it will once again be directed by Jerry Mitchell. Of course, it was written by Brian Adams and Jim Valance, based on the movie that everybody knows, starring Julia Roberts. No casting yet for London, but it's really going there. It's going to be a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Jerry Mitchell loves London, and London loves Jerry Mitchell.
True. Aww. So does Broadway.
And one of our Broadway faves is getting his very own Netflix special.
His name is Ben Platt. You've heard of him?
I've heard of him.
He has a new TV show on Netflix called The Politician, which is debuting later this month. Ryan Murphy's latest creation. And also, really excitingly, last week we found out that he's going to spend the next 20 years making a movie version of Merrily We Roll Along.
Absolutely
Which is an idea I'm totally into.
We take our vitamins and we're
I'm
going
very
to make
excited
it.
to come out of retirement to cover the red carpet when the movie's ready. Can't wait for that. But first, we will have his Radio City concert will be filmed for Netflix.
Awesome.
So you can watch him at home. I mean, because he's been doing his album out, and he's been doing a whole concert circuit. His album Sing to Me was released in March. So the concert will be on Netflix, in addition to many other Ben Platt things.
And a bunch of stage vets are getting together for a movie.
Okay, this is a movie, but it's got some of our favorite Broadway people in it. So it is Eric Rosen is directing, Claiborne Elder, who we love.
They're married.
Yes,
Eric and
thank
Clay
you
are
for that.
married.
Thank you.
And Daddy's together, yep.
And Daddy's together. Tony winner Denis OHare and two-time Tony nominee Johanna Day will star in the film Net User.
What is it?
Okay. Are you ready? It's got a 2020 release, written and directed by Eric Rosen. It centers on Peter Sardovsky, a.k.a. Denis OHare, who has a dream that an openly LGBT candidate is assassinated and takes to his platform to sound the alarm, inadvertently becoming the victim of an overwhelming backlash. Threats to his family expose dark truths about Peter's own history, exposed by an unknown assailant who has much to gain by bringing Peter's family down. So, dark, psychological, political drama. We love that.
Denis OHare.
Denis OHare. He's good at that
Is
stuff.
he in the Goldfinch, too? I think he's in the Goldfinch, which is coming out. Yeah,
He's in everything, but he needs to come back to Broadway. Dennis, are you listening?
Yeah, I know.
We miss you.
What the heck?
And this show hasn't even opened yet, and it's already got an extension.
Now, if Denis OHare wanted to be Roxie Hart, could he? Is that?
I think.
Because,
I mean, he's got the moves, right?
Very open. We're very open here.
We're open.
So this musical, I'm very excited to see. Soft Power. It played out in L.A. and a lot of people were buzzing about it, and it sounds pretty incredible. It's the work of David Henry Hwang and Janine Tesori. And
Two talents.
Say it again?
Two talents.
Yeah, major talents. And so it's coming to the public, and it's already been extended because there's a lot of buzz about it. This starts, let's see, it's supposed to run through, when does it start? September 24th, which is very soon. And it was supposed to go through November 3rd. They added a week, now to November 10th. Now, it says here, Soft Power is set following the 2016 election. It centers on a Chinese executive who visiting America and falls in love with a good-hearted U.S. leader as the power balance between two countries shifts. Isn't this the play that is based on? I thought it was based also on the attack on David Henry Hwang. Remember? Isn't
David Henry. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
Thanks for asking.
I think it's about a lot of different things. Lee Silverman is directing. She's super talented, so I think it's one you're going to want to see. And you know what? You might be able to see it after the public because I'm hearing good things.
Oh.
And we got even more casting about who's joining this very famous face on a very interesting new show.
We're talking about Gary Busey, which we love to do. Don't we love to do that?
Naturally.
Obviously. We had already told you that he is starring...
Another great Roxie Hart candidate.
Listen, if you can wear the black leotard, you are in. Anyway, back to this. This is called Only Human. It's going to be off Broadway. It is a pop rock musical, which you may
Love
have
that.
missed, that it's a musical.
Yeah.
It's making its world premiere this fall at Theater St. Clements. We have new casting. In addition to Gary Busey, who plays
more do
the
you need?
Almighty. He plays the Almighty.
Yes.
Composer lyricist, because this is a musical. Mike Scolanti will play Luke. Kim Steele
Oh, he's in it.
will play Maggie.
Okay.
And Evan Maltby will play JC. Let me tell you what it's about, because I love to tell you what this is about.
It's about watching Gary Busey live.
It's about Gary Busey playing the Almighty. In Only Human follows Jesus and Lucifer, who were co-workers before they were enemies. It's an office drama. When an extreme case of creative differences gets the best of them, all hell breaks loose, ... literally. Okay.
love an
So it begins October 8th and opens October 21st. We have to go see this.
Is Lucifer the same thing as Hades?
I think you should ask that to Paige Davis.
I
She
was
knows a
gonna- I
lot
was
about
gonna say,
that
she
subject.
knows all about Hades.
She's got a lot of
But
information.
first of all, what else is on the site? So Taylor Louderman has
Taylor Louderman.
departed the high school.
She's left the high school.
Left
She's still
She
alive.
graduated high school from Mean Girls.
She is alive. She left. Her final performance was yesterday, and she gave us a really great exit interview,
Cool.
giving us
We
all
love
her
her.
thoughts. Yes. What else?
Carrie Renee Fuller, who's Grisabella on tour, sings Memory.
What else would she
You
sing?
know all the lyrics to that.
All of them. Everyone.
She does a fantastic job. And we had another episode of Elaine Paige on Sunday, on Sunday.
On Sunday.
But today's Monday, but you could still listen
It's
to
got
it
a
again,
great
even though it's not Sunday
intro
anymore.
song.
Oh.
Okay. Beth, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you tell everyone about today's guest?
Gladly. Yes, we have the Paige Davis here with us today. She's here to talk all about the Search for Roxie. As we said before, it is a new competition series that we're doing with Chicago to find the next star of Broadway's Chicago. Of course, Paige Davis is no stranger to Broadway, having been in Chicago herself, and she was in Boeing Boeing. She also did the national tours of Beauty and the Beast, Sweet Charity, and Chicago. She loves to be on the stage. You guys probably know her from Trading Spaces, because who doesn't know her from Trading Spaces? It's amazing. Follow her on social media at real Paige Davis, not the in front of it, and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Everyone, please welcome Paige and Paul.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Good to
Hi.
see you.
Hi. So, what is the difference between Hades and Lucifer?
Yeah.
Is there one?
I don't know.
I didn't know how to answer that question.
They're all just
they're all versions
They're all
of
the
the
bad
devil
guy.
and the bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, my husband is definitely good at being the bad guy.
Your husband is Patrick Page. We adore him. He is so fantastic. 1 block south of here, in
Yeah.
Hadestown. He's so good. What's
So
what's
good!
it been like? And I'm so excited that he's in a big hit. It's so exciting.
He's excited he's in a
And,
hit.
yeah.
He never really has been in.
He's been in long runs, but this
He's
is a
been
very
in
acclaimed.
shows that are hits, but he's never been in a hit from the beginning.
Right.
Like,
exactly,
we've never
yeah.
been to the Tony Awards before.
Yeah, he was nominated.
He was nominated.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
been nominated before.
Yeah.
Like, he did Lion King. He did, Beauty. He did, like, all those things, but not when they were first starting.
Mm-hmm.
So he took over. So, yeah, it's been a wild year.
It must be really nice.
Oh, it's been better than nice.
You're such a
Although
great
Patrick
cheerleader,
tells me
too.
I'm not allowed to see the show anymore
Oh.
because we have no more money. So I keep going to see the show. I'm like, I'm coming. He's like,
So you love just watching him up there.
Well, it's not just him. I do love
it's a
Patrick's
beautiful show.
performance very much, but I love the show, and
Yeah.
I have seen it over 25 times.
Yes, come on.
Yeah, Patrick has said I have a problem. He actually has seriously said I need to stop.
Okay.
Because it's getting ridiculous. But I'm not here to talk about Hadestown as much as I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is a red logo.
Yeah. It is. And the other one is
the
Chicago.
other black and red and white
So,
logo is
Chicago the
Chicago.
musical. Everybody loves Chicago. This is such a great, so many amazing talents have been on stage in Chicago, in New
Yes.
York, and everywhere around the world.
Oh my gosh.
Including you.
Including me. I've been a part of the show since 1998.
Wow.
And I did do the national tour of the show.
Is that the
I
first
did the
thing?
show in Portugal.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I did
yeah.
the Broadway Company. I've been in and out of the Broadway
Yep.
Company, in and
Mhm.
out of the tour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Weislers are very loyal.
Yeah.
The Fran and Barry Weisler are very loyal. They let us circle in and out. But this is really about finding someone brand new to
Yeah,
go
which is really
into the
cool.
Broadway Company. And when Barry Weissler, who is the producer, Fran and Barry Weissler, the producer, when he emailed me to ask me if I would host this web series about finding the new Roxie for Broadway.com.
Yes, that's what's happening.
I said, so you want me to host something that's about finding my competition and replacement? And he wrote back one word. Yes. I said, okay. I'm flattered, and I'm kind of the perfect person to do it. And I'm really excited for all these people who are going to get to submit their videotapes. And then the really cool thing about it, and I didn't actually know this right away when he asked me about it, was when you submit your tape, and the material
between
is
now
online.
And October 7th.
Between now and October 7th. It has to be in by October 7th. And you can find the information at chicagothemusical.com. And you can also find the information on Broadway.com. That'll get submitted. And casting directors will narrow it down. No, wait, what happens? Wait.
Yeah, so what's happening is they're narrowing it down to 10.
To 10, right, that's right. So the casting directors will narrow it down to 10 so they can make sure that it's not just your favorite niece who gets to be in the show. you have to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But then from those 10, the audience, anybody who is,
all
of you guys will actually get to vote for the top 3, the finalists, who will then truly audition.
They all get to come to New York and have a real
New
York experience at a real audition.
Yes, see the show, meet the cast,
Yeah.
and then actually have a full, true, official Broadway audition.
Yeah, and then one of them gets to be in the show.
And
then
then
they win.
of those 3 that America or the world
Yeah.
chooses, one of them will actually become the new Roxie on Broadway. And it's not just, I've already had people write me, it's not just a stint. It's not like a one-night thing. You will have a run as Roxie Hart.
Amazing.
On Broadway in the musical Chicago.
Your competition. We love it.
Yeah, and then I will never have a job again. So you're dead to me.
So what you have to do is, as Paige said, you go to chicagomusical.com. There's a whole page about it, and so you have to do multiple things. You have to sing some of
Yes,
song.
it has been. Now, eventually, you'll do all of the material.
Yeah.
So start rehearsing now. If you're like me, you've known it for a year. I don't mean because I was in the show, but I mean because you just do it in your bedroom at home. But yes, there's the material is online.
A little bit of Roxie,
a little
the
bit
song Roxie.
of the song Roxie, a little bit of the monologue.
We love the monologue. By the way, how much do we love that monologue?
It's one of my favorite things to
and
do.
I love it. I love
on
seeing
the
different
planet.
people do it too. 'Cause you can kind of inject your own personality into
Absolutely.
that.
As long as it fits within the spoke of the wheel, you're free to really do what you want. And I've always loved that about Annie in particular, when she put me into the show and
Ranking.
Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't
Not Annie the
mean
musical,
to
Anne
drop a name. I really
Yeah.
didn't. I'm in company that I feel like they know who.
As Roxie in the Broadway revival.
Yes, won a Tony for it, and she's wonderful. And she really, really wants you to make it your own. And people have their favorites. Everybody's got their favorite Roxie, right? But they all fit within a boundary, within a perimeter. And I just think that that's really cool. And I love that she had the confidence and the courage to let that be the case. I think it's truly in the spirit of Bob Fosse. He was the same way. He had boundaries, but he wanted you to make it your own, soar. So I just think that's fantastic.
But let's not forget maybe the hardest thing. So a little bit of Roxie, a little bit of the monologue, and then Hot Honey Rag.
Which is so much harder than it looks.
It looks hard. It does not look easy.
So yeah, you got to do that. But all of the instructions are,
And there's
are
a video
quite
too
clear.
to help, I think.
Yes,
show
there's a
people what
video to
do.
show you what to do. And you put that all together. It's less than 4 minutes of material. I mean, they want you to keep it even with however you interpret the monologue, including the song and the monologue and the dance as instructed for this first phase of the competition. They want that video to be less than 4 minutes. So knock it out of the park.
And what's so great, like Chicago's been running for so long, and we've seen so many amazing talents play the role, including Paige Davis. And so you really can see all the different types.
I was 10 when I first did it.
You can see all the different types of people that have played it. So it's really, there's a lot of flexibility in who Roxie Hart is. What do you think is key to sort of nailing, because you nailed the role of Roxie Hart. What do you think is key to it?
Oh, you have to, remember it's vaudeville. Don't forget it's vaudeville. And some of my runs of the show, I think I forgot it was vaudeville. I think I started taking myself too seriously. So remember that there's a timing to vaudeville, there's a spirit to vaudeville, there's a tone to vaudeville. And just my thing is that Roxie's right. You are right. You've been done wrong. It's your time. And just think Jodi Arias.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she lied all the way until the bitter end.
Yeah, there you go. You
right?
can watch some documentaries about that.
Yeah, think Jodi Arias.
Okay.
But I think that's the big thing. Remember the show you're in. Remember it's vaudeville. Remember the tone, and just go for it. And you're right. And you're desperate. You know, you're desperate. But you're a star. Never forget, you're a star. You're a star.
Is it a fun show to perform in?
Oh, sure. I mean, it was
so
a
many
dream
talents
come
on the
true for
stage.
me, literally, going, because I was in the show when it was still at the Schubert. And when I was a little girl and I would come to New York City, I would walk through Schubert Alley, as you do. And I had seen, when I was much younger, I'd seen a chorus line on Broadway.
I saw it there too.
And I remember standing outside the stage door, like waiting for all the dancers to come out. And like, oh, there's one. And that door, this door of the Schubert Theater and of the Booth Theater, they're plated in brass.
Yep.
But as a 10-year-old girl, I thought that was gold. I mean, clearly that's a gold stage door. And every time I'd come to New York and I'd go through Schubert Alley, I'd think, oh, one day I'm going to walk through that gold stage door. And then I made my Broadway debut in Chicago when it was still at the Schubert. So not only did I go through the figurative gold stage door, I went through the literal gold stage door. So I showed up for rehearsal like crying and hyperventilating. And, you know, they all thought I was crazy. I was like, no, you don't understand. This is like full circle moment for me. And I was just like, okay, take it bring it down a notch.
That's amazing. And you're such a big part of the Broadway community, not only because you're married to Hades, and obviously you've been around a lot in the last year. It's been great seeing you at all the Hadestown events. But you're also, great with Broadway Charities, and you're just such a great spokesperson for Broadway. And
I think it's really easy to support Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS because, first of all, they make it very easy. They're quite efficient, and they really know what they're doing. They think outside the box. They're always growing, and they just lay it out in front of you. And also because of the work that they do, it's kind of a no-brainer, really.
Does your home look as fantastic because of all your trading spaces experience?
I wish I could say that that's why. My home does look fantastic.
Okay.
I have a really, really wonderful apartment. But the reason is really not because of me or Trading Spaces. Our entire apartment was redone by Nate Berkus for the Oprah Winfrey Show. So on Trading Spaces, the neighbors have no say in what's happening in their own home while they're working on their neighbor's home. So they kind of turned the tables on me, and they kicked us out. And I didn't have to do anybody else's house, but while we were gone, they went in, and we had no say, and they just went in and redid everything.
And they did a good job.
That was like 15 years ago. Now it all looks exactly the same, except for the stains everywhere. And
It's not one of those. I love the at the end of Trading Spaces when there's like that. The horrible reaction when when they're horrified. You didn't do that when you saw
No, I deserve an Emmy for my performance on that show, actually, because I was a little thrown initially. I saw the cream-colored sofas, and I was really nervous about them being stained all the time. And I'm very persnickety, so I had a hard time appreciating what I was seeing at first. Now I love it.
Great. So Caitlin, what do the people online say?
Oh my gosh, we got a lot of questions. So Jake wants to know, what's it like for you to just be able to continue to be involved in the Broadway community after, making your debut and still being able to be so involved with it and be seen as a member
well,
of it?
I love theater. Theater has always been my number one passion. Truly, dance is my number one passion. I only learned how to act and to sing in order to dance in musical theater. So for me, that other training was an absolute means to an end. And I still do theater all the time. I just played MAME up in Boston, and so
That show
keep
needs to come back to New York.
that
correct?
really needs to come back
Just making sure
and
we all agree
wait a
on that.
little bit longer, so that even though I'm older than Angela Lansbury was when she originally did it, I need a little more age. 50 then is not what 50 is now, and so I needed to wait just a little bit longer. So it was magnificent. And for some reason, I can sing Jerry Herman music. I don't know why that is. It just suits me so well. I need to meet him in person and just thank him for his catalog of music.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I love theater so much, and I do continue to do a lot of regional theater, and obviously I see a lot of theater, and yeah.
We want everyone to like be really brave and submit, right? Like
Please
come on,
submit.
Like, take a chance on this. This is
Please.
a really great opportunity.
Even though I'll never work again.
And so on Broadway.com, we're going to have a whole series of videos, and we're
Oh,
going to
yes.
roll this out over
You're gonna-
episodes, and
you're
you're
gonna
going to
follow
see the whole
everybody.
process. And Paige will be hosting all of that. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Paige, and we like that.
Yes, we
What
do.
else, Caitlin?
Yes. So, Manny, a lot of people just want to know the story behind getting Georgie your dog because they love your dog.
Your famous dog.
Okay, I don't know if there's snipers in the corner or if people are going to chase me down and tackle me on the sidewalk, but I didn't want Georgie. We
Okay.
had just lost Sophie.
Oh my God, I
many
lost my
fans-
Sophie.
No,
I had a Sophie and lost Sophie, and I didn't want to get Henry.
I wasn't ready. Oh, Henry, I love that. I just
hard.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And Patrick and I had big fights about it. Actually, I really wanted to rescue a dog. He did not want to, and he had his reasons, and I had my reasons, and it was a big fight in our marriage. Actually, we were really at odds. And one of my mom's closest friends breeds Maltese, so I said, well, at least can we get it from her, But I just wasn't ready, and I was really upset. But he said he finally understood, and he would let me take my time. But the more I thought about it, it was like my way of grieving was to wait. His way of grieving was he desperately wanted another dog, and I just was like, I don't know how to trump my grieving over his grieving. And if we're going to be getting a dog eventually anyway, I might as well just do it.
Right.
So I told him I was going to Los Angeles, but I didn't. I got in the car with my friend Diana, and we drove to Pittsburgh to my parents' house, and we got Georgie.
Aw.
And so that's how we have Georgie.
Oh.
Yeah, he was very surprised. I
Yeah.
came back like the next day, and he was like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "What is she doing here?"
All right, we can do one more question. And Alec wants to know, what is your favorite thing about the Broadway community?
Oh, the community.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's funny, having been to the Tonys for the first time, one of the things that Patrick and I took away from it was how it's just a gigantic pep rally on the red carpet. If you go to, the Emmys, or I've never been to the Oscars, but in those situations, a lot of times those shows have like wrapped and they're over and they're
Right.
done, and you see your cast, but you don't know the other casts. Like, this is a community that's like, what is it, an 8-block radius? Less, 4-block radius of people. So you, even if you're not in shows with them anymore, you're on to a next thing. You see them at dinner. You're constantly running into them. And so there's this bond of understanding and joy and joie de vivre and community that I think people who come into it for the first time, they all remark on it. And it's 100% true.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's the best thing about Roxie Hart? This is a great, iconic role. I mean, this is like one of the best musical theater roles.
Yeah. I mean, it's everything. First of all, you dance, you sing, and you act, which is really magnificent.
do all three in your
You do
4-minute
all three.
audition,
You
too.
must do all three for your audition. You must do them competently, not just competently, you must do them fabulously.
Yep.
And that material is so incredible. I have noticed that when I'm out of the show, when I go back, I could be out of it for 4 years. One time I was out of it for 7 years. I needed like an hour of rehearsal. It's just in there because it's so brilliant. You just don't forget it. It's too good. It's just the timing of everything is so perfect, and it's just built so beautifully. You don't ever forget.
You could literally do the whole monologue right now if I...
Yes, I really actually could. I literally could.
You need to learn it.
Yes.
You need to learn it. So, hey, everyone, go on chicagothemusical.com. You have until October 7th. It's a lot easier to make a video these days.
Oh, my
in the old
gosh.
days, you had to get a camera crew, and just come on, you just pull your phone out. But learn the stuff. Go on there, look at all the materials. Everything you need is there. And then...
Get a coach.
Yeah.
Memorize your stuff. Start working on it now. Just because you have
Yeah.
until October 7th doesn't mean you should wait until then.
Yeah.
You can record it then, but start working on
Totally.
it now.
Yeah, it's a
Use the
rehearsal
time.
period. Start your
This
rehearsal
is
period today.
This is a real chance. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like
It's a real thing. Broadway.
hop to the front of the line.
Yeah.
This is big.
Awesome. Thank you so
Love
much.
it.
We're so excited you're doing it with us.
Me too.
So everyone, go on chicagomusical.com and follow on Broadway.com, and we'll be taking you through the entire journey to this Lucky Stars opening night. Thanks, Paige. Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook. You can listen to us or get your podcast by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and we continue to talk to more of your favorite Broadway stars.